Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So, Capricorns, I wanted to go ahead and take a look at kind of, well, obviously, because there's a bridge behind me, what is kind of the thing that we're bridging right now? So, a thought process to the next thought process, and specifically kind of how we're wrapping up 2025 and preparing to go into 2026. We are ending the year of the snake pretty soon here. And then in February, we'll go into the year of the fire horse. So, it just might be a nice time to look at like how are we crossing that threshold, and this is still part of the journey, right? We got a couple months still to work on stuff, but I just thought it might be a nice peak. And I also like, the idea of like bridging gaps right now. It could be really important to build more bridges between, family members, between romantic partners, whatever it is that's going on. We have an ace of swords, and we've got the ace, oh excuse me, I'm sorry, I can't read that. Nine of Swords. It's embossed and it's in gold, and I couldn't see it until the card was in a different position. Um, this looks like the thing that Capricorn is perhaps walking across the threshold from or for is they're really going to be handling stress, bringing it to the forefront so they can knock it out of the ballpark. I just pictured, I don't know if Capricorn does like some kind of like they play squash or tennis or ping pong, or it seems like somebody's really good at like like saying, nope, we're going to just handle this right now. Nope, I'm not going to let this fester. I'm going to talk about this right now. As soon as I get an email, I'm going to bounce it right back with a response or a, hey, can you clarify? I wasn't sure what you meant and I don't want to answer you incorrectly. Or if somebody texts, it's like Capricorn might be, really swift to like make sure instead of festering and worrying about something, they're like, I ask questions so that I don't ever have to sit and wonder and worry. If I want to ask somebody what they're thinking about, I just go ahead and ask them. And then, as long as I have done my part, I don't have to worry because I know I put forth the best effort I could. And I think that is how Capricorn is like saying, this is how I promise myself I'm going to do things from now on. I don't want to live a life of stress. Page of Cups. I think Capricorn could be right now like Christmas cards, and with a few they might say, and I've always wanted to apologize for whatever that was. This is my year to come clean about anything that I've low key felt bad about or stressed out about, or hey, I just want to tell you how much I care about you. It just feels, and this doesn't have to be huge declarations of love, but it is emotion and it is apologies as well as love expressions or emotional expressions. I feel like Capricorn's really good at using written word to connect to people in a very authentic way, making sure, because I'm hearing that song by Garth Brooks, but if tomorrow never comes, will she know how much I love her? Did I try in every way to show her every day to tell her how I feel? It just feels like this is Capricorn just saying, I'm going to live my life from here on out with no regrets of unspoken kindnesses, apologies, or, love stories that I really wanted to give. I'm not going to live my life feeling like I missed out on saying anything that I needed to somebody. And I just think that, oh God, this is amazing. Four of Swords. It's really then allowing Capricorn to get closure on things. I do think there's somebody that Capricorn wants to send an apology to, even if that person owes them like 10 apologies. It doesn't matter. If there's anything left that a Capricorn is like, I need to still say sorry though for my little part in it, and this is for me so I get full closure. That's what Capricorn is doing. So as they cross the bridge into the next year, they don't bring this is, Virgo got something similar, but they don't bring unfinished stories. All of, let's just say it this way, every sentence in Capricorn's life is going to have a punctuation on it. It's going to have a period. It's going to have, I said what I needed to. Now I can be at peace. I said what I needed to that person. Now I don't have to carry guilt about it. I settled the scores. I settled the debts so that I get to be a new person next year. I think Capricorn is gearing up for like a really amazing next year. You make changes in your mindset and you make changes in your actions, and then you make changes in your external world, right? So I think that's where our Capricorn is. Yeah, Chariot. I'm moving forward. Judgment. Totally having made peace with everything everything from my past, every past relationship, every past, conflict. I'm just simply making peace so I can move on. And oh, thank God for that. This feels, I don't know if Capricorn's going to be getting a new vehicle, a different vehicle. It could just be new to them. It's like could be something that'll work really hard. I just say that because we've got like burrows here. Or let me think. Is it donkeys and burrows? And one is a hybrid of a horse and what I know of as a donkey. Is that how that goes? And one is a straight up donkey. Anyway, it feels like a hybrid of some sort, and something that this could be like something that's maybe a work truck, but it also functions as like a van. So like maybe a cargo van that can be used for work or for passengers, or something like that. But it feels like we may have, and this could be a used vehicle with lots of good life left in it. Sorry, that's a weird specific side note, but that's coming up. And I wanted these to be a little bit more specific because actually I have more fun with those. I definitely feel like for the judgment card here, in Capricorn's own heart, this is like they're driving away from any like problems that they had with somebody. And for some reason, I get parental issues off of this. Like if there was, my parent and I, we could never like see eye to eye. It's like they speak a different language than I do. This is like, yeah, but you know what? It's okay because they are who they are. My parents are just people, and they have their own life experiences and opinions. And they were also, we got to remember, our parents are older than us, an entire generation different than us. The world was not the same for them that it is for us. We don't walk, and depending on the age bracket of our parents, it could be significantly different world. I mean, we have transformed in my own lifetime. I didn't have a cell phone growing up, and now I don't even remember life without one, but I didn't have that until I was in my 20s. So that right there is like massive technological changes, massive things that have altered, how we interface with the world. And that could bring like a gap of ability to communicate with like an older generation who is used to a different kind of communication or a different way to even think about the world. And this is like making peace with that and possibly even finding a lot of value in that. Sometimes what we're dismissing is like, oh, somebody's out of touch or they don't understand where I'm coming from. Sometimes we also don't understand them. So I really see there's a lot of opportunity for Capricorn, I think, to connect better with like parental figures. We have a Page of Pentacles. I don't know if Capricorn has a new idea of something that they'd like to build, grow, create. I also think Capricorn could get into journaling. They could get into like freestyle writing to figure out how they feel about certain things, especially reflections on the world around them. It might be a wonderful way for Capricorn to like channel energy outward, especially if they're stressed about, states of the world. I'm picturing that Capricorn might find a really positive outlet, and it could just be, sometimes it's more thorough. Our thoughts are more thorough when we get to write them out than when we just say them. And I'm wondering if Capricorn will be able to like freestyle how they're feeling about anything that's stressing them out. And that in turn could actually help them develop answers to the conflicts and the problems that are bothering them. But it's all about like, let me write how I really feel. Let me journal it out. And then let me also remember to say, it's not just to like verbal vomit how I feel about something. Let me find the answer. What do I think? Or maybe I wait 3 days, come back and read it and then say, okay, about what I wrote there. I said how I really felt. Now I understand how I'm actually feeling. Now, how would I go about making a positive impact? It just feels like this is, I think Capricorn is full of great ideas because it's like very much, somebody who's got the opportunity to like write things that can make a transformation. But I still keep feeling this is more because it's Pentacles. It's all about Capricorn. Ooh, we have the Emperor and we also have the King of Wands. Okay. I think that we have a Capricorn who is starting to make plans for how they will take charge of what they can in their own life, but they will also like work on or work with a team that will actually make positive improvements. I do see this as Capricorn getting focused on what they really want, getting focused on, it's that quote, be the change you want to see in the world. I think this is Capricorn coming up with some great ideas. This Capricorn could go into like politics, local politics. They could start up something that's in the small community that they're in. That's just like a community endeavor, but they get a lot of people on board for it. Now they happen to, just out of their own mindset, they saw a need in a community and they decided they were going to be the person that steps up and creates a service that the community needs just because they're a caring and concerned citizen. I could see Capricorn doing something like that, realizing the power of one to assemble and, create something fantastic and lead with their heart. I don't know that Capricorn ever wanted to be a leader, but I think what they are bridging is my frustration shouldn't just be frustration. It should be positive action to make the world a better place through positive activity. And I have the capacity to do that. I have a great brain. I have wonderful ideas and I care. So let me use all of that energy for good. And now I know what I'd like to do. I'd like to do something wonderful. I feel like this Capricorn is going to be an amazing leader, an amazing leader. And I think they're bridging the ideas from whatever it is they want to see the world turn into. They're realizing they can be a big participant in making that world look better. Okay, let's take a look at how this bridge work, we'll call it that way, is going to impact love. And we have an 8 of Wands and a 7 of Wands. For love, with that 8 of Wands energy, this says we've got more communication and kind of like I will conquer love. With the 7 of Wands, all hurdles in front of me in love, and maybe love has been a big hurdle for Capricorn. Maybe the biggest hurdle has been taking action toward people that they cared about. Maybe this has been a shy Capricorn. We have a 4 of Wands sideways. I definitely think that having meeting the right person or falling in love with somebody and then pursuing them openly and saying, I'm advocating for this because I really want this person. I wonder if Capricorn has had several times in their life where they've been in love with somebody, but they didn't tell that person. And now they're like, if I never tell that person, they may never know. If I never ask that person out, I may never get a chance to date them. I don't want those opportunities to slip by. I'm realizing to get from what I want to the outcome, I have to cross the bridge and I have to go ahead and overcome like my shyness. I have to cross the aisle. I have to go and talk to that person because they could be my happily ever after. And I won't know unless I start talking to them. I do feel like we're dealing with a shy Capricorn when it comes to matters of the heart. We have 2 of Wands. And this, let's not forget, this could represent relationships of the past. If Capricorn's like, I still really want to be with somebody from my past, but I haven't ever told them that. This could be where Capricorn's like, then I need to maybe take that action. I need to reach out to someone. There's a lot of reconciliation and a lot of positive action taking in this story. So like bridging the gap from 2025 to 2026 looks like it's very much about Capricorn living or leaning toward the life they really want to have. We have a 2 of Wands here. That 2 of Wands is, it's about the choices that we can make in life. And I think Capricorn also is going to become more at ease with the idea that even if we have the courage to go towards someone that we're interested in, we may not get the results that we want. Sure, there's no guarantees on anything like that. But at least then Capricorn will say, well, at least I tried going down that road. And if it's not the right road, if it's not reciprocated, that's okay. Now I know I go down the other road. It just feels like Capricorn is going to look at love as a little bit less stressful, even though it is a realization that I have to gravitate toward the person I truly want. Why sit and feel love for someone that we never tell how we feel? We have a 9 of Pentacles. I also think, if anything, Capricorn looks at love now, or will be looking at love now, as because I know I have a lot to offer. And if I'm telling somebody else that I care about them, that tells them that I think very highly of them. So at minimum, everyone's going to walk away feeling like a more empowered person. Not all love stories will work out, but it makes us better people to love. And we certainly might really lighten up somebody else's energy to know that we think highly of them. So at minimum, that could be a great outcome. But at best, I kind of think this looks to me like Capricorn has somebody who's thought the world of them as well, but maybe thought Capricorn wanted to be single. We have two people, both brilliant, both, right there side by side. And it's like the two of them could be amazing together, but each person imagined that the other one was oblivious to one another. Yeah, Six of Cups. We do have soulmates coming either back together. This could be past life soulmates, or this could be the person Capricorn is meant to be with. They finally are meeting that person. They're connecting to that person. Six of Cups is very much soulmate energy here. So, somebody has to take the first step in love. But I kind of think that this could be, especially with the reconciliation energy that we had earlier, this is just Capricorn being really honest with themselves. If there's someone, and this could be someone they had even been married to, maybe in a past life. This is Delphi, by the way, Oracle of Delphi. So I don't know if this really could be somebody in a past life. Somebody could feel particularly connected to Apollo. Also, Shakespearean plays could really speak heavily to Capricorn, but specifically something to do with Pythia. I don't know if somebody likes pythons, but Pythia was the name of the Oracle of Delphi, and it just feels like we may have a really strong connection to Greece, to Delphi, to some kind of like I felt almost like I've known this person before, but then I was too shy to either connect to them, stay connected to them, reconnect to them. I don't know though. This could just be that Capricorn has sensed that there is somebody that they have loved in a past life, and they're like, God, I would love to be with that person now. I wish I could do that. I wish I could find that courage to do it. And I think this is the year coming up. This is the year that Capricorn will probably start to gravitate toward that. If there's somebody that they feel really connected to, I see this Capricorn and this storyline saying, I must go gravitate to them. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate you guys. I send you lots of love. Thank you for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Also, in honor of the upcoming holidays, I will be announcing something later on this week that we're going to add in. It's nothing else you guys need to do. It's just something else I'm going to be doing that will already kind of fit together. So, all right, you guys, lots of love. Thanks for being here. Bye for right now. Take care.